Support for the Leadoff on WGLT and WGLT.org comes from the Central Illinois Regional Airport. Passengers can access air travel from Sierra with parking at no cost and at a location close to home. More at CIRA.com.
Food pantries wait for clarity after court rulings on SNAP benefits. That's one of the things you need to know to start your day for Monday, November 10th. I'm Eric Stock, and this is WGLT's The Leadoff. Now let's lead off with how food banks are responding to a federal court ruling that fully restores SNAP benefits during the government shutdown. More from WGLT student reporter Ben Howell.
Lines at food pantries grew longer not long after the federal government shutdown last month. Eric Hodel, CEO of Midwest Food Bank, offers an example that he says was typical among the food pantries their nonprofit serves.
They'll serve a couple dozen families on a monthly basis on a Saturday morning. And now that 24 families has turned into 36 families.
SNAP benefits didn't go away until last week, but Hodel says families could see it coming.
A recognition that they would stop, and so therefore, people were starting to plan. And I give them a lot of credit for thinking ahead a little bit.
2 court rulings have since ordered the Trump administration to restore those benefits, first partially, then fully. It remains to be seen when that might happen. The Trump administration is appealing. Hodel says it's unclear how the return of SNAP might impact demand among the pantries, soup kitchens, and many nonprofits it serves across the region. He says they've ramped up efforts to meet the needs.
We're out rescuing food. We're working with food manufacturers. We're bringing it into our facilities as readily as we can get it procured and onto trucks.
And Hodel says more volunteers have also helped.
They know that the need is forefront more than ever.
There are close to 2 million SNAP beneficiaries in Illinois. For The Leadoff, I'm Ben Howell.
Here are some of the other stories we are following in the WGLT newsroom. Central Illinois Regional Airport is preparing for potential flight disruptions as flights are reduced at 40 larger airports. Sierra has flights to the affected hubs of O'Hare, Atlanta, and Dallas-Fort Worth. Water treatment plant upgrades are on the Bloomington City Council agenda tonight. The city is looking to spend about $2.5 million to address taste and odor problems with the city's drinking water. And a state proposal that allows an official to request their home address and phone number be scrubbed from public and private websites awaits Governor J.B. Pritzker's signature. Democrats say the measure is needed given a recent spike in politically motivated attacks. You can find more on these stories at WGLT.org. Reckoning Home is the latest of Bloomington artist Angel Ambrose's exhibitions, but the show is not entirely new. With Reckoning Home, Ambrose revisits themes and images that have been omnipresent throughout her career, beginning more than 40 years ago while studying painting with Harold Greger at Illinois State. The show opened at her downtown Bloomington studio in the Monroe Center building last week, in conjunction with the 25th anniversary of the Art Walk that she helped create with another Bloomington artist, Herb Eaton. For most people, home is more than a house or place to live. Ambrose tells WGLT's Lauren Warnicki that's true for her too, but it's a bit more complicated.
When I was younger, I was a ward of the state, and I really had a lot of fresh trauma. I didn't let people in. I just wanted to be normal. I was finally out of it, and I came here at 17 years old, and I just wanted to be normal and kind of try to have a healthy lifestyle. I painted those stories, but not very many people knew where they came from. And one of the reasons I love Harold Greger is because he walked up and read them like a book. And that was the first time I understood that somebody could see me and my life in the story I told.
Just acknowledging the milestone year for the Art Walk, and you talked earlier about showing up at ISU at 17 years old. All of a sudden you're in front of Harold Greger, and he was such an important person for downtown Bloomington's art scene, kind of where it all started, right? And now you're the second generation, and now there's so many young gallery owners trying to get into it too. Yes. Did you know about Bloomington, about Harold, like what he sort of symbolized here? Was that intentional on your part?
I had a really wonderful art teacher in high school, Carol Kessler, and she had me submit to different shows, and I won awards.
And where was that?
Pana, Illinois.
Pana, okay.
She brought me here. My art teacher, my high school art teacher, brought me to Illinois State University for a 2-year 2-week high school class, and that is when I fell in love with Illinois State University. And when I got here, I was looking for someone who painted, and I really didn't know about Harold. I really didn't know very many of the faculty, but I actually worked with James Butler, and he was a pastel artist and a printmaker, because I did some printmaking also, but Harold ended up becoming my number one because I ended up, painting predominantly. So it was just one of those blessings that, I didn't know what I was doing, but somebody did, and he was perfect for me. He was challenging, sometimes difficult, but he got me, and that's what I needed. He helped set free inside of me this visual vocabulary that I had.
It was, the 80s that you came down here, right? Opened your studio. 20 years after that, you say, we need something. Let's do this art walk. Did you know at the time that let's just do an art walk, that it would be the spark for this artistic kind of revolution down here?
When I quit my day job to do art, Pam Eaton approached me, and it's funny because she said, Angel, if you say yes, Herb will say yes because he likes you. And it was sort of that simple. Were we trying to start something? In some ways, I think we hoped we were, but in other ways, we were just doing the next logical thing. I've always said, whatever happens, I want to leave it better for those coming. But as we get older, we need new ideas and new people to carry it forward, because, you can't keep running forever. We hope to not go anywhere, but we certainly are grateful for all of the energy that's happening.
Reckoning Home is Saturdays, Tuesdays, and by appointment through December 5th at Angel Ambrose Fine Art Studio and Creative Space in downtown Bloomington. Ambrose spoke to WGLT's Lauren Warnicki.
Support for arts and culture coverage on WGLT comes from PNC Financial Services. PNC is committed to supporting local arts and culture events in the communities they serve.
Before we let you go, Heartland Community College will honor veterans and active duty military and recognize the 250th anniversary of the Marine Corps in a public ceremony this morning at 11. That's it for today. I'm Eric Stock. The show is produced by Cheyenne Brown. You can subscribe to the Leadoff on the NPR app or wherever you get your podcasts.